In this video, we'll look at the details of the Python assignment statement. The Python assignment statement stores the result of an expression in a variable name so we can use it later. The syntax is a variable name on the left-hand side, and then the equal sign, and then the expression on the right-hand side of the equal sign. The variable name can be any legal identifier. The semantics is the expression on the right-hand side is evaluated, and the result is stored on the variable name. An assignment statement is not an algebraic equation. Instead, it's evaluating the expression on the right and storing it so the variable name now holds the result of the expression. Now let's look at what the computer does when it executes assignment statements. We'll start by assigning x to be 3. The computer stores a 3 and indicates the name x refers to that 3. If we then reassign x to be 2 plus 3, the computer stores a 5 and then indicates x refers to that 5. Now that there are no variable names referring to the 3, the computer deallocates the 3. Now we will assign x to the value x plus 1. Now it should be clear that this is not an algebraic equation, as this cannot be true for any finite value of x. Follow the rules and evaluate the right-hand side. X is currently 5, so the expression x plus 1 is 6, and we reassign x to be 6. And then because no variable name refers to the 5, the computer deallocates the 5. Let's do another example. We'll start by assigning x to be 3 again. Now if we assign y equals x, y will refer to the same 3 as x does. If we then assign x to be x plus 1, we evaluate x plus 1 and the result is 4. So now the variable x refers to 4, while y continues to refer to 3. Now we'll learn some more details of two functions we've been using, input and eval. The syntax diagram for the input function is a variable equals input and then parentheses, followed by a prompt string. The semantics of this is it outputs the prompt string message and then waits for the user to enter a value and stores it in the variable as a text string. Note you must press the return key before Python will continue and execute the next statement. An example is name equals input, and then a string, enter your name. The eval function tries to evaluate the text as an expression. To enter numbers, we've been using value equals eval of input, enter a numeric value. This is functional composition. The text we entered, such as the string 42, is evaluated and converted to the number 42. We could do this in two steps by saying data equals input, enter a numeric value, followed by value equals eval of data. But generally this is done in one statement as shown above. Python supports assigning multiple variables at once. The syntax for this is variable 1, variable 2, and so on, up through variable n, equals expression 1, expression 2, and so on, up to expression n. Each expression on the right-hand side is evaluated, and then the results are assigned to the corresponding variable names. The number of variables and expressions must be the same, or it is an error. An example of this is x, y equals 7, 2. This assigns x to be 7 and y to be 2. Another example we could execute after the previous instruction is sum, diff equals x plus y, x minus y. Sum would be 9 and diff would be 5. Now we'll look at another example in PyCharm showing how to swap the values of two variables. We'll start out by assigning x, y equals 2, 7, and we can see that now x is 2 and y is 7. So now we'll step over and say x equals y, and now we'll notice that both x and y are 7, and then if we assign y equals x, that has no effect because y was already 7. So if we print them out, we can see that now they're both 7. So that did not work for swapping the values. So we'll try again here by saying x, y equals 2, 7. So now we're back to that. Now what we'll do is we'll store the current value of x, which is 2, in the variable name temp. And now we can overwrite the old value of x with the current value y, so now x will be 7. And now we can assign y to be temp, which holds the old value of x. And as a result, now we've swapped the two values so that x is now 7 and y is now 2. We can also do this using the simultaneous assignment. So because x is now 7 and y is now 2, we evaluate the right-hand side of this assignment statement, and we get 2 comma 7, and that will then assign x to be 2 and y to be 7, swapping the values. And we can see that here as we print them out.